Hello there. Back again. This is now Thursday morning. I did a whole series of videos yesterday, and when I went in to take them off the camera, they weren't there. The memory card had corrupted. So I've had to put another memory card in this one, which is the Insta360 Ace Pro. Now, I've just done a video on the ND32 filter that I've got on there. It's a variable ND filter, so that's what I'm using again for this. Hopefully it will take out that pink hue that you get when you're using the Ace Pro. I haven't got any of the AI or any of that stuff on. It's just basic film work, so hopefully the pink hue that you get with this particular camera will be gone using this filter. So we'll see what happens. As it's the first time I've used this with with the Ace Pro. So we'll go on from there. So this is my Thursday blog, and the bees are still in the garden. I'm going to try and set the camera up to take some close-up footage, and we'll see what we go from there. That's this camera shutting down those beeps. So yeah, I'm going to try and get some close-ups of the bees, but it's a bit windy. They're being blown around all over the place. I mean, it's pretty bad because they're damn fast as it is anyway, and to try and capture them when they're on a lavender flower is really difficult, and you don't need that extra movement. But anyway, moving swiftly on as we were. We just had the washing machine fixed. I was beginning to think that the universe had changed its mind about me and started being a bit more, bad lucky. But no, the guy came out, fixed the washing machine, and all it was a lump, a huge, great lump. Actually, it's about the size of a tennis ball, a lump of fluff that had got stuck deep in the bowels of the washing machine, and that's why it wasn't drying properly. As you know, I fell for this green agenda, net zero, and had these solar panels fitted years and years ago. So yeah, I used the solar panels to do my washing and my drying. It's at the point of use, they are green. At the moment when I'm using them, they're green, but I don't own them. They own them. The people that gave me the solar panels in the first place, they own them, and they take the money that my roof generates. If I don't use it, they take the money and they keep it. But the energy that I produce and I use, I get to keep. So that's why we put the dishwasher on, we put the washing machine on, and of course the fridge is on. And I think obviously the way to go with to beat the system would be to get myself a massive, great big. I don't want lithium polymer batteries in the house, really, but maybe 48 volts and have an inverter, and that would run the fridge all night during the hours of darkness. I'm not sure about the winter time because that's a bit longer. At the moment we're getting a good 12 hours of daylight and a good 12 hours of darkness. Of course, height of the summer you get a few more hours. Anyway, I'm waffling on. So, anyhow, that's the trouble with sitting in the garden. You get covered in flies half the time. But yeah, I've been doing the gardening. I did a bit of gardening while the washing machine repairman was here. Yeah, I know. I normally do it myself. Being a ship's engineer, we have to fix washing machines. But I got to a point where I just thought, well, it's under warranty. If it needs fixing, get it fixed before the warranty runs out. The warranty is a 5-year warranty, and it runs out next year. So get the guy out and get him fixing it. Anyway, he's done it now. Yeah, so while he was in there doing that, I was mowing the grass. Sarah hasn't been able to get out and do the grass since I've been away, so it was rather disappointing to see that the grass was up here somewhere. And of course we're now back down to the soil's starting to dry out already, but I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I think when I retire in a few years' time, we're going to have to do some serious thinking about what to do with the garden, just to make it more user friendly, really. So we've got one half of the garden is a bit of a wildlife refuge that we haven't really touched. And it's all, we've got lots of these buddleia bushes out there with some really bright red buddleia flowers, whatever they're called. Used to call it the butterfly tree at home, when we lived in Fareham. We used to live right near the creek in Fareham, really just a stone's throw away from the beach. And of course, on a summer's day like this, it would be absolutely fantastic. You know, when the tide was up, we used to run down in our trunks. We didn't bother with a towel; it was too warm, so we just ran down to the bottom and dived in. Oh, happy days, happy days. Although there was a bit of mud and of course, as the tide came in, it brought up a lot of this. You know, the dried surface of the mud, it was a bit scummy. But once you got further out, the water was nice and clear, but you still had to swim through the scummy bit and the seaweed. And just remembering the smell now of the seaweed, it was quite pungent, really, in Portsmouth Harbour. There's, I know there's a couple of people that watch my channel from Portsmouth. There's old Richie and I never remember his name. The guy's got a couple of lovely cats, and he has a few fish in his house, and he's a lovely chap. Anyway, I've been watching some of his videos. So how are you doing with the summer? The thing is, the BBC are claiming that this is the hottest summer for 174 years. Well, I've checked the records, and the warmest July on recorded history was in 1934, where it was a lot warmer than it is today, I can tell you, according to my sources. So it's not such a bad thing after all. And I was innocently looking through some YouTube videos, and there was they were doing these independent scientists are coming up and saying, look, the IPCC, which is telling everybody that, oh, we're boiling, has ignored 52 papers setting out the fact that CO2 is not causing climate change, but rather than looking at the 52 papers that said CO2 is not the problem, they're just focusing on one paper that says, oh yes, CO2 is the problem. And I think they said that simply to get the funding. This is how scientists these days get the funding to do their research. They simply say, oh, we're measuring the impact of climate change on whatever species of animal they're looking at, or the environment, or whatever. So that's how they get the funding. And of course, these 52 papers have said that CO2 is not doing anything. So I think that the IPCC is not fit for purpose. Why would you focus on telling everybody that CO2 is a problem? It's because you can tax CO2. It's something that you produce in your car and your central heating and the way you breathe. That's the next thing. They're telling us that breathing is now causing global warming. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Anyway, I waffled on for more than 8 minutes. So what I won't do in the 8-minute video, anything goes over 8 minutes, as I said before, I won't put on the mid-frame adverts. Obviously, if I'm out and about walking and I'm using the big cameras, at the moment I'm just using this one particular camera. There's no lighting because I'm outside, and it's pretty cheap, so I won't bother with the adverts. So that's that. Anyway, 9 minutes and 20 odd seconds. I'll see if I can edit a bit out of that. Anyway, we'll see what we can do with me waffling on. Anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one, and of course the weekend starts tomorrow. Yep, anyway, I'll catch you later. See ya. Bye then.